It's round the clock, Kulays, and welcome to another episode of Rant of a Barca Girl. Thank you for joining me once again, guys. Thank you for your comments, for your follows, for the general participation, your reviews, guys. Just keep it coming. Your review on Spotify, your review on Apple. Thank you so much, guys. What can I say? What can we say? It's been a couple of rough days for Barca fans. Yeah, but thank God we won our game against Girona. But before then, you know how it is. First, we lost against PSG, 2-1 against PSG, and then it was 4-1 against Sevilla. And that one really, really hurts. I'm sure we can all agree it's a game we want to completely forget. We don't want to ever see it happen again. Anyways, and then the international break came, and there was a bit of a breather for us in that regard. Also, because we had a lot of players on injuries. I know it's not even up to half of the season yet. And Lewandowski has been injured twice. Rafinha is still not back. Now, Homo is also injured. That he got injured during the international break, which also led to Lewandowski getting injured again. Like I said, twice now. Gavi went on another long one, about 4 months. Ferran also came back, with a muscle overload. Uh, Fermin is back, thank God. Lamin too is back, thank God. I'm still not sure he's back to his usual self, 100% fit. I'm not sure they're 100% fit. But our injuries just, list just keeps getting longer and longer. And at first, I think I'm still worried, but I think maybe it's a good thing that is happening right now almost at the beginning of the season, or um, at least we wouldn't want it to happen when we need them the most. Maybe when we are playing a Champions League final or semi-final. So it is what it is, and we all know we have a very thin squad. So I'm sure it's been a bit of hassle for Hansi Flick to come up with lineup most of the time, especially now that his key players are injured. But it is what it is. He's been doing well so far. So let's talk about our game against Girona. Yes, I know you all are anxious to talk about that one. Guys, you know, going into that game, especially because Lamine is back, Firmino is back, Rashford too is fully fit. I was thinking it was going to be like a banger one because with Girona, they're like down, 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 down on the table. Like, I did not like 19 on the table or 18, like, it's something like that. I felt it was going to be an easy match for us. We're going to get multiple goals. But we all know we've been struggling with getting multiple goals nowadays. The thing for us before is the fact that we are always outscoring our opponents, in big numbers. But for some time now, for the past few, which, like I said, is understandable because our key players have been out injured. It's been difficult for us. And so that game against Girona, I went with high hopes because I thought we were going to completely outscore them. But that didn't happen, guys. Trust me, that didn't happen. The game started with Pedri being Pedri. We all know who Pedri is like. We all know. Being Pedri, dominating the midfield. Da, 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 da. And then in 30 minutes, he got a goal. Pedri scored. I know. Pedri scored. That was the second goal in La Liga this season. Pedri scored. Anyways, and it was amazing. It was amazing. We were happy. But us, our defense cannot seem to hold very long because Girona scored too. And it was 1-1. Um, at the end of 45 minutes, it was 1-1. And second half, I had high hopes because I thought, come on, it's Girona, Lamine also played a couple of misses from him. Like I said, I'm not sure he's fully fit. Rashford too in the first half did play well as well. There was one beautiful free kick that could have resulted in a goal, but then it's the bar instead. A couple of other shots too that the keeper waved away. So basically, second half I was very optimistic because I was like, okay, we always do very well in the second half anyway. When you were looking at our history under Hansi Flick, we always come stronger in the second half. So that was my thought process too. I figured we would come in the second half and we would, blow our opponent up, completely outscore them like we usually do. But it was a different case this time around. Like we've been struggling. I know. It was a different case because we came in second half and we still could not find that goal. It was 1-1, guys. It was 1-1 again. At the end of I think about 70 something minutes, Ansi Flick subbed out Lamine for um Badaji, and then Tony Fernandez. Oh, okay. Tony Fernandez was actually removed right from second half because, to be honest, I know we were playing him as a nine, which wasn't really his fit, and he didn't do well at all in that position. He didn't do well. So Fermin immediately came in for Anthony Fernandez right at the beginning of the second half. Um, and so in that second half, Fermin too also, some couple of shots, powerful shots that didn't unfortunately result in a goal. And that went on with, retrying. When he came into, made some fantastic crosses. There was one that could have, that I feel like Rashford could have, done better, but he didn't. Um, and that went on, guys. That just basically went on. Pedri was removed as well. Um, for Gerard Martin. And that went on, guys, for like that. For 80 minutes, we couldn't find the goal. And it was bad because, we have a Clasico coming up. And 5 points behind, 4 points, sorry, behind Real Madrid. It's not a good place to be. Not even at the form they are in right now. So that got me really, really worried because I'm thinking, sure, we have Champions League to play against Olympiacos on Tuesday. But my major concern at that point was we would be going into a Clasico with 4 points behind Real Madrid. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. We needed that win. We needed that extra confidence, to just go into a Clasico because we are playing them at their home at Santiago Bernabeu. And so I was just so worried. And then 81 minutes, Hansi Flick decided to play a joker on us. And you know what? It's funny because I was watching this game with a passionate Barcelona fan as well. And he kept saying, bring in Araujo as a nine. He has been saying it at the beginning of second half to say, let's just bring Araujo in as a nine. It can't be worse. Like, he's big, Sure, he's not doing well at the back as much as we want at the moment. But, he's big. He can push, Just bring him as a nine. He would do. And I'm like, are you sure? He said, yeah, bring him. And funny enough, it was as if Hansi Flick listened to him. Maybe there was like this special voice, You know how sometimes the spirit moves. I don't know. The universe is funny. And then Hansi Flick, 1 minute, Hansi Flick brought in Araujo. I know. Unbelievable. He removed Casado and then brought in Araujo. And to play nine. Guys, I kid you not. Araujo decided to come in and play nine. And he kept going. And you know what? The game changed. The game changed when he brought in Araujo as a nine. Because I think at that point, everybody also realized that we cannot go into a Clasico 4 points behind Real Madrid. They were pushing, everybody at that front was pushing. Rashford was pushing. Rooney too was actually very amazing yesterday too as well. He was pushing. Everybody was basically, De Jong too was doing his bit. Sure, he didn't resolve in a goal. And then God, 1 minute before the end of final whistle, guys, I'm talking about extra time. 93 minutes. I'm going to call it a miracle because as far as I'm concerned, that's just 93 minutes. It happened, guys. It happened. Araujo actually scored as a nine. I did not see it coming too, guys. He scored as a nine, and that is how he saved us. That is how we got the goal we needed against Girona. Guys, as we speak, we are seated on top of the table because Real Madrid they've not played. So that was it, guys. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's absolutely unbelievable. And I'm thinking, thank God. because we're playing Olympiaco on Tuesday. I'm still not sure Rafinha will be fit for that game. I don't think he will. Probably will be fit for a Clasico. We'll probably see him play, but still not fit for Olympiacos, I think. But you know, I'm not worried about Olympiacos because I figured we would get that done too. We would get that done. But I am so thrilled. Right now, we are not 4 points behind Real Madrid because man, that would have completely killed our confidence on Saturday. But guys, I don't know if you've noticed. There's something about playing on in the afternoon for us. We just don't seem to always get it together in the afternoon. It's always dicey. The win is always uncomfortable. We always struggle to win in the afternoon. And I am saying this from a place of I don't want to use the word anxiety because we're also playing this a classical in the afternoon and Santiago Bernabeu. And another thing that scares me is our defense because you know what? In the first half yesterday, Girona could have completely shut us down. There were opportunities. Better teams would have gotten like 4 goals in against us yesterday. I am telling you. And that scares me because we all know the form that Mbappe is right now. We all know how he likes to make use of spaces. You give him the space, he will completely destroy. So that scares me because there's a lot of loopholes in our defense rather. And I feel like something that we need to tighten up that eye line. That back is not. Oh God, it's headache. I kid you not, guys. This a classical that we're going into. I'm not really confident of a win. I'm not. If we get a draw, I would be happy. I would be happy. If you get a win, fantastic. Out of this world, I would jump, scream. But I gotta tell you, I don't have that belief right now that we can win. Not not in that not that game that I saw us play against Girona yesterday. Not how we have been behaving. Not I don't see it. Anyways, guys, it is what it is. So we play Olympiacos next. Hopefully that's a win. We play a Clasico, and we will come back to discuss that with you. I would come back and see. I go. Hopefully it's a win, and we will discuss it. Like because good or bad, we would rant about it. But um, in another news, Camp Nou, we got declared to play at Camp Nou for 27,000 attendance, but the management has come to say that's not profitable for us at all. For us to continue, we should continue playing at Munjik for now, just because it's a larger stadium, larger attendance. We're still in a lot of financial mess, and it doesn't make sense for us to just be selling tickets to 27,000 attendance. We need to make more money, so they've said we probably won't be back to Camp Nou until this council has given us consent for 47,000 attendance. So I guess until that happens, until we get a go for 47,000 attendance, we wouldn't see our boys playing Camp Nou. But I want them to play because I feel like there's a spirit. I don't know if you guys watched the game against Girona. It was raining. There was no shed. The rain was beating our players. Actually, even the supporters too were running from the rain. Some sat there. God bless their soul, like passionate supporters that they have. But it wasn't comfortable at all, and it makes sense because that's not where we're supposed to be playing. It's been 3 years, going 3 years now. Something needs to happen soon at Camp Nou. We need to see. I want to see my boys play at Camp Nou. But from the look of things, guys, I don't know if that's gonna happen soon. They said November, but hey, who believes them? I don't. Probably be next year. I just wanted to give you that news, just that update. Anyway, guys, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's it for now. That's just all we have for now. I guess Ferran should be back for Tuesday. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's it. And also, bad day yesterday. Yes, when we played against Girona was the day bad day. Celebrated his 22nd birthday, which is good because thank God we won. I'm sure he wouldn't have been happy. But that's it for now. That's all the news we have going for us for now. Anyways, guys, make sure you enjoy your week. Have a beautiful one. And I would see you again. I'll talk to you again next week, Monday. Please, guys, just keep following us. Keep commenting. Keep dropping your reviews. Like I said, we are on social medias, on YouTube, on X, Twitter, basically, on Instagram, on TikTok. Thank you guys. Just keep the comments going. Until next week. Remember, guys, good or bad, we rant. Bye, Grace.